Welcome back. So this is another challenge that I hope you tried, and if you didn't, pause the video now and do the exercise and try it for yourself. So what we need is we need to make sure that we know who the coffee is for, okay? So we are going to add another parameter to our function make coffee. And now the parameter will be of type string, and you have not seen how that works, but I did explain it a little bit in the exercise. So I'm going to show you my solution here, and that is to add a comma when I need multiple pieces of parameters, so multiple parameters in there, and I would just say who this is for. So name colon string. All right, so that's just how we can add another parameter. You can obviously also add these empty spaces, but you don't need them. I just tend to often have them in there. I like a little space, but this way it's fine as well. So we have the name of type string now. So now, obviously, all of our functions up here are broken, so they don't work anymore either. So we need to add the name to the function. So let's say Amy, and we need to use it as a string. Amy wants to have her coffee with 1 count of sugar. Now we have Jimmy, as we said earlier. Jimmy loves 2 pieces of sugar. Then there's Dennis. I don't like to put sugar at all into coffee or tea. And then we have Candice. I don't know how to write her name, whatever. It seems like that's the right way to write her name. So now we have coffee for Amy, we have coffee for Jimmy, for Dennis and Candice. Very nice. So now instead of just printing out the coffee with sugar count, spoon of sugar, we also need to know who this is for. So we need to add for and then the name. So we're going to say for name, and this will automatically do the trick for us. So it will say for Candice, for Jimmy, for Dennis. So that's pretty much it. That's already the magic. So let's try this out and see how it's going to work. So we see coffee with 1 spoon of sugar for Amy, coffee with 2 spoons of sugar for Jimmy, coffee with no spoons or 0 spoons of sugar for Dennis. So we could obviously also add a 0 statement where we say coffee with no sugar for Dennis. That would be something. So let's actually do that. All right. So if it's 1, if it's exactly 1, we do this. If it's exactly 2 or 0, else if sugar count is 0, we're going to have our own little statement. And now it's going to tell me use a when statement, but I just don't. Well, the thing is, I'm just not used to when statements that much. So no sugar. It's going to say with no sugar for Dennis. All right. So that would be it. So let's rerun this. And it's going to say with no sugar for Dennis, with 30 spoons of sugar for Candice. All right, and there we are. Now you've seen how you can use multiple parameters, even of different types. So we have a string and an integer inside of these parameters. So it can be all kinds of things. It doesn't even just have to be of type string or int or these basic types that we've seen. It can also be of type object or of array, which we haven't covered yet, but we will very soon. So objects is something we will still see today, but arrays, I believe we're going to start tomorrow, all right, which are also really important because they just allow us to have a list of items, and we can even pass lists of items into a function. So that's pretty amazing. All right, so see you in the next video.